This is a two-part series I am doing based on the writings of the former Reserve Bank of Governor C. Rangarajan. In the first part, I am going to talk about what happened in 1991 and what reforms were done and what were the effects. In the next part, I am going to talk about what is the reforms are required for 2021. If you like this video, press the like button of this video. Subscribe to my channel. It's not important if you subscribe. Please ask your friends and relatives to subscribe. Oh, don't forget to tick bell symbol because only then will the subscriber get every video. The Google algorithm does not send the video to all the people who have subscribed. You must have turned on the bell notification. With the arrival of 2021, 30 years would have passed since the liberalization of 1991. C. Rangarajan, one of the pioneers of that period, one man who piloted the Reserve Bank at that time, has recently written an article in one of the newspapers. He says 2021 is a crisis like 1991, and in India, every crisis is an opportunity. But first, we have to recognize that there is a crisis. The government of India now says that the growth will contract by minus 7.7%. The actual fall in growth may be more because here only the results of the top 2000 companies are taken. This is a two-part series I am doing based on the writings of the former Reserve Bank of Governor C. Rangarajan. In the first part, I am going to talk about what happened in 1991 and what reforms were done and what were the effects. In the next part, I am going to talk about what is the reforms are required for 2021. First, there has to be a recognition that this is going to happen. So, we have to use this as an opportunity and try to trigger big reforms so that India can go to the next wave of growth. But unlike the farm bills, which were passed in a big hurry without due discussion in both houses of parliament and ran through a voice vote in the upper house, led to a massive unrest in farmers of northwest India, especially in Punjab, Haryana, and parts of western UP, that has left the capital stunned. Farmers are now not willing to listen to anybody, including the Supreme Court. The government offered to keep the law at freeze for 18 to 24 months, and the farmers have rejected that. So basically, the whole thing is in a log jam, and farmers are talking about taking a tractor rally right through Delhi on Republic Day during the Republic Parade. This is unseemly and will not do good PR for the government across the globe. All this problem came because the government was not willing to sit, discuss, and threadbare and take everybody on loop to solve this problem. If they had done so, this would have been far smoother. What happened? So let us look at what happened in 1991. In 1991, there was an acute balance of payment crisis because after the Gulf War, the price of crude oil shot up and India did not have enough money to import crude oil. Also, we had borrowed heavily in forex between the years 84 and 89 and we had to repay. We simply did not have enough forex to repay our commercial debt. We had to pledge our gold to do so. So that was the situation where India had no forex and had to pay back our government bank loans, which India as a sovereign had taken from Western banks. We needed money to import fuel. So this was the kind of crisis that we were facing then. But the crisis that we are facing today is internal crisis. There is absolute lack of growth. Tax revenue as a percentage of GDP is slipping. Growth is slipping. Thus, we may miss the demographic dividend. What was supposed to be the big surprise for big wow factor for India, which would make this generation successful and make India for the factory of the world, is quickly closing. The window of opportunity is drawing close and the window will shut soon quickly. So, what are the reforms we are talking about. The 1991 reforms did primarily three things. It first dismantled industrial controls. That means before that, there was a web of government control and who could produce, how much they could produce, where they could sell. This was an economy of shortages and licenses were very difficult to get. So most of this time was spent in Delhi getting licenses to manufacture. And even if you had the license to manufacture, how much to manufacture was determined by the government. This was part of the old central planning system. This was completely dismantled, and anybody could manufacture most things without a license. This meant that the shortages in cement, automobiles, cars, everything vanished overnight. A lot of service sectors like insurance, banking, telecom were liberalized. This created a lot of jobs in the sector. To solve the external affairs, India took an emergency loan from the IMF and devalued the rupee in three phases: hop, skip, and jump to make our rupee competitive. This stemmed the flow of money abroad and solved the crisis immediately. The reforms on industrial control made sure that the creative energies of the entrepreneurs were released. India got into the global market. India was integrated into the global markets. Gradually, Indians and foreigners were allowed to invest in India. This meant Indian business could find easy capital. All the unicorns you see today, like Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, Byju's, are all byproducts of allowing foreigners to invest their dollars here. That was primarily the reform 1991. India has become a global hub for manufacturing automobiles and two-wheelers especially. That is primarily because of the deregulation of industry forcing India to become competitive. This meant launch of mutual funds, and mutual funds became a home product. As the years passed by, what we did is gave access to credit to most retail investors, retail customers, which was not there before 1991. Availability of housing finance made Indian housing available to the middle class. There was a boom in real estate. These are some of the big gains of 1991. In the next part, I will talk about the 2021 idea. What should be done to reform the economy today so that we can live, so that the next 30 years can be as productive as the previous 30 was. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Be Rich.